Have you ever wondered if zombies could be real? I mean, beyond the movies and TV shows, is there any truth to the shuffling, brain-eating undead? Well, get ready to have your mind blown, because today we're diving deep into the dark and disturbing history of zombies. We're going to uncover 5 creepy facts that will make you question everything you thought you knew. From ancient fears to modern science, the story of the zombie is way more terrifying than you can imagine. Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. Let's start with our first fact. The word zombie itself has some seriously spooky origins. It doesn't come from a Hollywood scriptwriter's imagination. No, the term actually traces back to Haitian and West African voodoo folklore. In Haitian culture, a zombie isn't a flesh-eating monster but something almost more chilling. A soulless human body, reanimated by a powerful sorcerer known as a bokor. These individuals were essentially slaves, forced to do the bokor's bidding without any free will. Imagine being trapped inside your own body, unable to control your actions, a mere puppet for someone else's dark purposes. It's a terrifying concept that grounds the zombie myth in a very real, very human fear of losing control and autonomy. Now, if you thought that was just folklore, hold on to your seats. Our second creepy fact is that some real zombies might have been created using powerful neurotoxins. Ethnobotanist Wade Davis investigated this phenomenon in Haiti and wrote about it in his book, The Serpent and the Rainbow. He discovered that bokors allegedly used a complex powder, a zombie powder, to induce a death-like state in their victims. A key ingredient was tetrodotoxin, a potent neurotoxin found in pufferfish. This toxin can paralyze a person, slow their breathing and heart rate to a nearly undetectable level, making them appear dead. After being buried, the victim would be exhumed by the bokor. Suffering from brain damage due to oxygen deprivation and possibly administered psychoactive drugs, they would be disoriented, suggestible, and unable to remember their past life, the perfect mindless slave. This isn't just a scary story, it's a chilling intersection of pharmacology and dark ritual. The fear of the dead rising isn't a modern invention. For our third fact, let's travel back in time. Ancient cultures were absolutely terrified of the dead coming back to life. Archaeologists have found numerous examples of deviant burials across the globe, from ancient Greece to medieval Europe. They've unearthed skeletons pinned down with rocks, with sickles placed across their necks or even with their hearts staked. In some cases, bodies were dismembered or buried face down to prevent them from finding their way out of the grave. These weren't just random acts. They were deliberate precautions taken by people who genuinely believed the deceased could rise again to torment the living. This widespread ancient fear shows that the concept of the revenant, or the restless dead, is a deep-seated part of the human psyche, long before the first zombie ever shuffled across a movie screen. Speaking of movies, our fourth fact brings us into the age of cinema. While we might associate zombies with George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, the very first feature-length zombie film premiered way back in 1932. It was called White Zombie, and it starred the legendary horror icon Bela Lugosi. The film is set in Haiti and sticks closely to the original folklore. Lugosi plays a sinister voodoo master named Murder Legendre, who uses his dark powers to turn a young woman into a zombie to do his bidding. The film was incredibly atmospheric and creepy for its time, introducing mainstream audiences to the concept of the zombie, not as a flesh-eater, but as a will-less thrall. It laid the cinematic groundwork for every zombie story that followed, cementing the zombie as a staple of the horror genre. All right, for our final and perhaps most terrifying fact, scientists believe a zombie virus could theoretically exist. Now, before you start boarding up your windows, let's be clear. We're not talking about the dead literally rising from their graves. Instead, think about brain parasites. There are real-life parasites like Ophiocordyceps, which infects ants and takes control of their bodies, forcing them to climb to a high point before bursting out of their heads. Another example is Toxoplasma gondii, a parasite that infects rats and makes them lose their fear of cats, making them easy prey so the parasite can get into its preferred host, a cat. Scientists speculate that a mutated virus, perhaps a modified form of rabies, could potentially target the human brain in a similar way. It could destroy higher cognitive functions, like personality and rational thought, while leaving basic motor skills and aggression intact. This would create a being driven by pure primal instinct, a rage-filled, mindless zombie that's terrifyingly plausible from a biological standpoint. So there you have it, 5 creepy facts that peel back the rotting flesh of the zombie myth. From its roots in Haitian folklore and the chilling reality of tetrodotoxin, to ancient fears of the undead and the terrifying possibilities of modern science, the zombie is so much more than just a movie monster. It represents our deepest anxieties about death, control, and the very nature of what it means to be human. What do you think is the scariest part about zombies? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this dive into the macabre, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more creepy content. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.